Hello. We're going to continue with Swami Rama talking about perfecting the personality. I often find that in the schools and colleges, the children are taught in a very harsh and critical way. That is why they do not make much improvement in their lives. They become victims of the sole process of learning how to remember things. They do not learn the technique of how to forget things. They only know how to learn. They do not know how to unlearn. Because you do not know how to forget and unlearn, when you want to go to bed, to retire and relax your mind, you cannot really do this. You have not learned how to unlearn negative or disturbing things that you have learned. That creates serious problems all over the world, both in the West and the East, especially in the younger generation. Many things are constantly going on in your mind. Your mind is thinking, and you cannot gain freedom from that process. You suffer on account of many diseases that your mind creates, such as cancer, because you have not learned the method of unlearning, of how to be free when you want to be free. When you want to rest, you cannot. You are still thinking. That wall which stands between you and the reality is your mind. All your training is applied to the mind, culturing and cultivating the mind. Books can tell you many things, but when you study your own mind, you may discover that today you are at peace and feel that you have conquered your mind, but tomorrow you suddenly lose your temper because you say something that is not to be said or do something that should not be done. You constantly act like this, and you do not know from where in you this behavior is coming. In human relationships, the most destructive of all weaknesses is the weakness of blaming others, as when you think, I am suffering because of you, or I am unhappy because of you. You often blame others just as you expect that others are going to make you happy. But no one has the capacity to make you happy. No one else has the capacity to make you blissful. Your mind is your own mind. It is your own samskaras that make you happy or unhappy. To understand your samskaras, the impressions stored in the unconscious mind, you have to understand something about the mind-body relationship. If you glance at me and then a few minutes later you look at me again, you will recognize me. This means that your optic nerve conducted an impression of me to your mind, where it was stored, and when you recall me again, this impression came forward. Samskaras are the strong seeds that you have sown in various levels of your unconscious mind by your experiences and thoughts. They do not last for the duration of this lifetime alone. According to this teaching, if you believe in it, they lead you to the next birth. They are not related only to this lifetime. They are very powerful motivations and affect the way you function, the way you think, feel, and even the things you desire. All these are due to your samskaras. Samskaras are the seed memories of your previous actions, which you have stored in the reservoir within yourself. Sometimes a time comes in your life when you feel helpless and at the mercy of your samskaras. Because you do not work with yourself, you do not sincerely do your practice, you do not improve yourself, and you do not really want to change your personality. That is why this feeling of helplessness occurs. Let us first describe how samskaras affect you. The body is related to the mind. They are related to each other with the help of a force called prana, which is carried on the breath. The link between body and mind. As long as you are inhaling and exhaling, you live. When this process does not function, death occurs. The mind has two aspects, a conscious aspect and an unconscious aspect. The conscious part of the mind is only a small part of the totality of mind. It is the conscious aspect of mind that you have been training through your educational system. At the same time, you also pour into the unconscious mind all the experiences you have. When the experience we call death occurs, body, breath, and conscious mind fail, and they separate from the unconscious mind and from that higher unit called the center of consciousness. We'll pause there and come back and continue with perfecting the personality. Swami Rama will give us a few more ideas. All to come. Thank you for listening. Thank you for visiting. Have a nice meditation, okay? Have a nice new year. It's still the first day of the new year. So enjoy it. Enjoy the year. Enjoy the day. And enjoy your meditation. Om Tat Sat. Om is what it's all about. The Sat, the existence, the reality that is at the end of the Om is called Sat, and that is Om Tat Sat. Bye-bye.